is going on. What's going on? Back after a couple of weeks with another video. I'm shooting lo-fi, not going direct, yeah, I just wanted to talk about the Ghost in the Machine tonight, and also the tone of different woods and different guitars. The Ghost in the Machine, so this particular, the Gem 10th anniversary, has kind of a darker, deeper tone, and then depending on like how I've got the amp modeler set up, but yeah, so basically, like, some people aren't affected by this, which I guess they're not necessarily my people. There's the Spectre pedal. I have a lot of dirt pedals in front of my amp modeler, so it's got some hiss and gain staging issues, but I'm just playing through it anyway. Kind of like it that way. And when I talk about the Ghost in the Machine, it's like my way of referring to just the way the spiritual or paranormal world affects electronics. So I'm kind of I have some psychic intuitive capabilities, and I've always been a person who, it's been a long learning curve, but at first I went through time in my life where it was pretty scary, and then I just got used to it, and now I pretty much live that way, where I'm always using my intuitive gifts. So some players, like if you're a super left brain person, and you're not as into that type of ghost talk, then it's not for you. But for my fellow Bat Club Noir people who understand that sort of thing, you get what I'm talking about. It's basically like, on any given day, depending on what's happening with the stars and the spirit realm, like I get different sounds out of effects. It can change. Like, it's not, even though I'm like definitely scientific and logic minded at the same time, like I'm very much equally more of a right brain dominant person. And so yeah, I get vibes from everything, especially guitar pedals. So like right now, I had to do like an emergency renovation on my home and had to leave very quickly, and I've been away from home for quite a while, so I'm filming this DIY setup. I'm just gonna switch the guitars out a little bit tonight with some of the tones, some of the playing. I think I'm gonna start with less pedals on, and I'm kind of restricting myself to using less pedals. I'm trying to avoid like buying too much new stuff, A, to save money, and B, to like get as much creativity as I can out of the setup that I have. So I'm going to change guitars partway through this, just to see that, like, practice the really subtle listening of the very subtle differences. And then there is noise and hiss, which you will hear. And I'm just going to do some playing, turning on and off pedals. I'm basically going to be adding, some dirt and delay. And I've got 2 verbs on, and they're pretty, like, analog sounding verbs. I've got the Game Changer light pedal, And then the 𝔤𝔬𝔩, even though it's a digital reverb, it has that analog shoegazy feel. And then the Italian, the chorus phaser from Italy. Yeah, so I'm just going to play a little bit. This is some more distorted lead tones. You can totally feel the moon is up to something, and then as I add in more dirt, just that quick shift I did to the neck pickup, you can hear like the subtle, creamy, richer, deeper difference. Neck. Bridge. And then also, like, the fretboard on this guitar is just this beautiful rosewood. It's super slick and gorgeous. Like, this thing is like just buttery. And what I'm gonna do now is switch over to the AZ model, the Black Beauty Ferrari Lover customized. Yeah. Here it is. I've shown it before on this channel. Let's see. Here it is. And it's got the, I don't play much at all on the middle pickup. I usually prefer, like, if I am able to customize a guitar exactly the way I want, a lot of times I'll just switch it to only a neck and bridge pickup, which it was interesting how that happened. Like, I ended up getting a guitar from Japan used that came that way, and I wasn't sure I liked it, and then I was like, oh, I see exactly why this guy did this. So I'm gonna keep the dirt, all the dirt effects on, keep the amp modeler the way it was, and then this guitar is tuned down considerably, but it's totally this background noise. 100%, the quality of it changes depending on like what's happening in outer space. Basically, since that's where I play live from, so. A roasted maple neck. This is a bridge pickup. So right there, I just changed between presets on on my amp modeler, I use the fractal, but I like dial it in and make my own presets. But it mimicked some of the changes between pickups and guitars. And yeah, I'm gonna change a little bit, a few more presets back and forth, and then I'm gonna turn on and off the dirt pedals. Neck pickup. Bridge pickup. It's interesting because, like, I feel like tonight there's a kind of like deep, dark energy going on. It's before the Aries solar eclipse. But I kind of live in outer space, far away from the influence of too much. I get away from the negative influence and stick to the good energy. So yeah, I mean, I guess I kind of just starting the discussion around the way that energy, psychic energy, spiritual energy affects the tone, like, and it's such a subtle thing. All my, like, I guess Pisces people out there, Pisces rising, Cancer moon people, anyone with any type of cool setup in your astrological chart, you're gonna know what I'm talking about if you feel vibes from things. So and yeah, it's like I'm always trying to tune into the God energy of things. But yeah, I don't have like a lot of deep thoughts to say. I'm kind of I'm just tuning into like talking about the 𝔤𝔬𝔩𝔶, as it were. Like, it's just such a subtle thing, and a lot of times if I'm recording a part, like, basically the stars have to align for it to sound exactly the way I want. Like, I was just playing there a little bit of the Revenge 101 riff with some extra, like, a more of a clean tone, but it always sounds different, you know? never been a person who does like a lot of covers, although I definitely learned to play some of my favorite songs. But yeah, so sometimes I'll play that part like just a little different each time, or just kind of depending on whatever's going on in the atomic substructure of outer space. It really has an effect on me, and I've had to learn to kind of flow with it. So anyway, yeah, I've been making